What does it even mean to travel with curiosity? What does it mean to be a curious traveler? In this video, I'm going to share with you two quick guidelines I use on every single one of my trips to make sure I am getting as much out of my trip as humanly possible. This means going to see the highest highs, see the low lows, and everything in between. So if you are ready to step up your travel game, let's get started. Hello, my name is Sophia and welcome to Fridates Travel. Fridates is where curiosity meets travel and community. Here at Fridates, we're going beyond the pretty picture, and don't get me wrong, I love a pretty picture. To talk about the actual history, the culture, the influences, the stories, the context behind these must-see sites all around the world. Around here, we're not just asking where to go, but we're asking why are we visiting in the first place? So if you are the type of traveler that reads the plaques, takes the tours, chases the stories, and actually wants your adventure to mean something, you found your right corner of the internet. So hit subscribe to join the Fridates crew and let's get this adventure started. We're going to talk about two different guidelines. One, my guidelines for the first day in a new city, and two, the 3 non-negotiables I do on every single trip. Non-negotiable step number 1 in any new city, you gotta take care of lodging first. Check into your lodging and drop off the luggage. It is not my goal to fearmonger, it is my space to empower you to explore the world. However, your safety is my top concern. And if you are looking at 2 targets, right, if you're gonna pickpocket someone, are you going to most likely go with someone that is struggling with multiple pieces of luggage and probably not paying attention to all of them, versus someone who just has like one small purse that you could target?
Be so for real.
And trust me, you do not need the workout of lugging your suitcase all around a new city. Step number 2, after you dropped off your luggage and everything is comfortable, you feel secure, walk around the block. Literally, take a walk around the perimeter of your neighborhood and just start getting familiar with it. Start noting the landmarks. It's going to help you with navigation, I promise you. And then step number 3, first day in a new city, get food. I think it's worth mentioning because I am the type of traveler that will go until 8 p.m. and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to eat. Make sure you're getting food. We want to make sure that you have all the energies and calories to explore a new city. Those are my non-negotiables for a first day in a new city. What are yours? Let me know in the comments. Moving on. Okay, so your bags are dropped off, your belly's full, and you are ready to explore. Here are my non-negotiables for every single trip that I go on to make sure I am seeing as much as possible. So non-negotiable number 1, and this is the hill I will die on, take a walking tour. Now, there are multiple positives for a walking tour. Usually the guide is either a native or someone who is passionate about the area, so you will learn so much more than just walking around by yourself. 2, it will help you so much with navigating a new city. I cannot tell you the amount of times that on the first day of my trip, I take a walking tour, and then by the 7th day when I'm just walking around by myself, I already know more or less the lay of the land, and it helps me be more comfortable in the city and it prevents me from getting lost. And 3, I feel like walking tours are so underrated because I have learned some fun facts that have literally blown my mind. For example, I took a walking tour in Madrid and we're just in this random square and the tour guide tells us to look around. Okay, so we're all looking around and we're like, I don't know what we're supposed to be looking at, but we're taking it all in. And then he said, look specifically at the windows that are on the street level and notice how many of them have bars over them. We look around and almost every single window had bars. And then he casually just dropped the bomb on us that, oh yeah, if it had bars on the window and it's at basement, street level, most likely that was a yourself for the Spanish Inquisition. What? Bro. That in the space of that block, there were 100 different cells. That literally blew my mind. And usually on walking tours, that happens more often than not. And the nice thing about walking tours is usually they are marketed as free because you don't have to reserve a ticket. Usually at the end, you just give them a tip. So keep that in mind. Bring cash, bring money to tip your tour guide because they do need to be paid, right? They are providing a service. They are educating you. But I find that walking tours are a very economic way to get comfortable with the city and learn about a city's history. Non-negotiable number 2, I feel like this goes without saying, and it's also easier to do abroad than it is in the United States, but try the a local dish. Now, I say that knowing that like I am not a foodie. I am not the type of traveler that will spend money on fancy restaurants or Michelin starred restaurants. That's just not how I travel. I usually like to save my budget for experiences or like adventurous type things. But I do believe in getting to know what are the dishes and the plates that locals enjoy, right? Like, why is this particular dish so important to this culture? And 9 times out of 10, it is delicious. The last non-negotiable for each and every trip that I go on is I go out of my way to try and find the highest height in the city. I highly recommend if you are able to do stairs. I love seeing the highest height of a city or of a place or of a region because one, usually the view is breathtaking, and two, it is a good workout. I have a theory that like when it comes to the Venn diagram between travelers and weightlifters, it really is a circle. Like I find that most of my friends who travel are avid weightlifters. One, so they can probably lug their heavy suitcase around a city, but two, I think it also really helps for mental health. And I feel like if you are not going to the gym and you're just walking around a new city, other than getting your steps in, incorporating some stair climbing is a fantastic cardio workout when you are traveling abroad. Those are just my 2 cents. Let me know in the comments, what are your non-negotiables when visiting a new city? And what are the things that you do on the first day in a new city to help you get acclimated, to help you feel comfortable in a new city? That being said, y'all, we've made it to the end of this video. This one was short and sweet. Cooper's gotten in the habit of like when I'm wrapping up my videos, he just like knows. He knows my outro now. It's very cute. Make sure you're subscribed to Fridates Travel and join the travel crew. Cooper and I would really appreciate it. And two, if you've learned something new, I accept payment in likes, comments, and shares. Don't be stingy. Help feed Cooper. And if you're sitting there thinking, Sophia, I would love to travel, but I don't have someone to go with, or I don't know what area of the world to start with, or I don't even know how to get started traveling, well, I am building something extremely special for you. The Wandering Scholar Society is the official community for Fridates Travel, and it is a safe place for like-minded travelers to get together and nerd out on all things travel. Fair warning, the community is in the early stages, but I am opening it up to founding members. So if you would like early access, check out the link in bio, or head to my website, fridatestravel.com, and head to the community tab. Other than that, I'll see you on the next adventure. Onwards and upwards.
Bye!